Hello and welcome back to the International Builders Show. My name is Heidi Ellsworth and we are here in the Westlake Royal Building Products booth. The coffee shops are here interviewing and talking to all of these great folks. And I have to tell you, every once in a while someone shows up who is a very, very good friend for a very long time, and that is Patrick O'Toole with Qualified Remodeler. Hello, my friend.
How are you doing, Heidi? Thank you so much for having me on.
I am good. You know, we've probably worked together over close to 30 years.
It's really getting to be a while now. Unfortunately, we just don't want to talk about it.
We don't want to talk about it too much, but I love Qualified Remodeler. I love everything you all do with your Fast 500. Can you introduce yourself and talk to us about your company?
100%. I mean, so my business partner and I, Paul DeGrandis, we own a company that's got 3 trade media brands, and they are legacy print properties, highly disrupted print magazines, as we can tell with RoofersCoffeeShop here. And we're transitioning, into all digital and conferences and stuff like that. So we're called Sola Group Inc. Qualified Remodeler is the focus and how I really know you.
Yes, exactly.
And Qualified Remodeler is 83,000 remodeling contractors around the United States. Specialty ones, windows, roofing, siding, gutters, decks, sunroofs.
Yep.
And so we're really focused on that home improvement replacement contractor.
Yes. I have a lot of friends who are remodelers, and they all have Qualified Remodeler. But I also love the events that you're doing, and also really you're highlighting and bringing out those top 500 remodelers also.
Yeah, Heidi, thank you for reminding me of that. So one of the things that Qualified Remodeler is really well known for is our list of the largest remodeling contractors in the United States. And there's a lot of home improvement replacement firms on that list. And it really is sort of a benchmark for success for many home improvement firms around the industry.
Yes.
In 2017, we launched a conference called Top 500 Live. And it has grown like crazy. I mean, it's one of the most successful things that we've ever done. And I think it's just this idea of getting people together and having them talk about the business of home improvement, which is, lead gen, selling, all of those really hot topics.
And you know what? We need to bring people together. Just like you can see here, they want to see the new products, they want to see what's happening, but they also want to see what each other's doing and how they can do it better. But I'm really interested because you always are right at the forefront of what's going on.
That's a lot of pressure.
I know. So right here. So I want to know what's hot. What are some of the trends? What are you going to be looking for while you're walking the show?
All right, so we're halfway through day 1, and we were saying earlier, this is the most crowded IBS, DCW I have ever been to. I mean, it's really hard to get around. There's so many people here. And if that's any indication of what's happening in 2025, I think we're all in for a really positive and productive year. Well, when I walk the show floor, what I'm really thinking about right now is technology, software for business owners. This is primarily, you have a lot of small companies, a lot of really big companies, and everybody in between is trying to sort out this huge array of software that is coming onto the market, and you really have to really quickly evaluate what that software does for you, and can it help you. And you also don't want to overbuy. There's all these issues around software and technology, so much coming at us. So we have a conference called Fast Remodeler.
That's where I said it.
Focused on agile systems and technology. And basically that's what that whole conference is about. How do you sort it out? We're doing that in May. But this show floor is filled with software offerings. So I'm looking for that. The second thing I'm looking for is outdoor living. I mean, right now, people are locked into their homes for long periods of time.
Yeah, they are.
They have really low interest rates if they have a mortgage. And so they're remodeling and they're improving, and if they've got a smaller house but they want more space, they're going to the backyard or the side yard or the front yard. So it's decking, fire bowls, outdoor kitchens, all that stuff is happening in a big way. And they're like software, plenty of product introduction, so that's a mouthful.
No, but I'm the exact same thing. In fact, here in the Westlake booth, as we're walking through the outdoor section, the outdoor living section, I'm just like, and we're seeing it, traditionally we were with the roofers, right, in Roofers Coffee Shop, and now with Metal Coffee Shop, and as we expand out, I'm seeing that the contractors are diversifying, right? Whether that's exteriors or internal, but exteriors, they're bringing that outdoor living in, and so I agree with you. I think that's one of the hottest trends.
It's a very hot trend. So if you're a roofer and you're doing replacements, you know, very easily could do pavers, or decking, or any number of
pergolas
where you can get into this trend of doing outdoor living, because there is a lot of people are spending more on it. We got all the data that suggests that consumers want to spend more on outdoor living, so it's a big trend.
Yeah, and I think when you look at companies, manufacturers who are able to kind of go across that spectrum, like, and I'm going to just say Westlake because we're sitting here and looking at all of this, but from the roof to the pavers to the stone to the outdoor living, we just had Noah Construction on here, and they were talking about how they're big remodelers, and they like to have everything kind of coming together and working with having those relationships.
For sure. I think if you've got a big database of customers and you've sold them one type of product, it's really nice to be able to go back. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yes,
Being able to go back and offer a second product. I mean, those people know that you're a quality company, that you live up to your word, that you're there on time, and all that good stuff. So that's the best way to scale your business right now.
I think so too.
It's just like outdoor living. So.
Yeah, I want to go back to what you said about technology, because I agree with you 100%. It is so confusing for contractors right now on what software they need. Do they own their data, which you should? How you are going to take your systems and processes and have the software help build on that. What are when you're looking at this, CRMs, project management, I mean, I've seen everything, invoicing, it's across the board. What's some of your advice to contractors about selecting?
Well, I think you gotta be strategic about it. Use what you're using now. Don't break what you have, I think is the main thing. And then if you see, like an enterprise software or a CRM tends to be the hub for most roofing contractors. And you want to go there, well, make a plan. Give yourself 6 months to get on board and run parallel with that old one in case you have a problem and you have to back out. I do hear a lot about people who rush into something and then have to reverse out of it. And the cost of that, not only in terms of the straight price of whatever you're doing, is the lost time, the lost opportunity. So you want to the main thing is you got to keep the machine running. And have dual systems going. And you have to really have somebody on your team evaluating these softwares for how well they fit in, So there's no easy answers, Heidi. It's an incredibly, but there's a lot of young digital natives out there probably watching this who are really, really good at it. They intuitively know how to assess these opportunities. And I think follow those guys.
Right. Yes, as you're looking out there. And I think going to conferences like yours.
I would
talking to each other.
Can I do a little quick plug?
Yes, please.
May 20th, 21st, Baltimore, Hyatt, Inner Harbor is 4th annual Fast Remodeler Live, focused on agile systems, and it's going to be good. We got somebody from Google speaking there, a lot of AI conversation, so it'll be
excellent.
Great.
Well, I've been. It's awesome. You should go. And I have to tell you, thank you for everything you do for the industry.
Heidi, thank you for what you're doing for the industry. It's incredible, the following you have and the great information you're providing.
It's fun. It's fun. After all these years, Patrick.
After all these years.
After all these years. And a shout out to Paul. He's not here.
A shout out to Paul.
Yeah.
Hats off to him. That's how I met you.
That's how we met. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. We're going to be back with more interviews. We have a lot more, another booth tour coming up, and we're going to get over there to that outdoor living and to that stone area. So stay tuned.